Day one, we started our day this morning before the sun rose with champagne mangoes and honeydew melon. And we didn't have any spring water because we hadn't had the opportunity to drive out here to the spring yet. We went on a Jeep tour 4x4ing so that we could get a really good view of what the landscape looks like, so that we could plan out our hikes. And we have so many hikes planned for this next week. I don't think we're going to be sleeping much because there's lots to see and lots to do, lots of mountains to climb. So when we talk about hiking, we're not talking about walking on pathways like this. We're talking about
Gotta
going
get a butt
up
burn.
mountains.
Make your legs
I want
hurt.
to feel the thighs. I want to feel the butt.
Yeah.
And what else did we have planned? What else did we do today?
Well,
we went and found a place to stay because we didn't have a place to stay.
Yeah.
So
And
we got our hotel booked.
We found an awesome little market, the New Frontiers Market. It's got tons of organic produce. We realized the fresh produce is more expensive than we get it in Canada.
However, a lot of it comes from the States.
I know. So how does that work?
We try to shop locally and go to our farmers markets and support our local farmers. When we go to the grocery store, we try to buy organic, and a lot of the organic food, fresh produce in the markets are from California. Well, I think lots of it's from California. And when we travel in the States, no matter where we are, it's the exact same produce because it's got the same labels and same packaging.
Costs more.
Yeah, but for some reason it costs more. So for all of you who feel sorry for us living up north in Canada, you don't have to because life is actually really good. We've got lots of fresh fruit and produce.
Yeah. And we've got the Chinese
12
supermarkets.
months out of the year. Yeah, and
The
like
Chinese
Tatiana
supermarkets, that's where I buy most of my fruit,
that's
especially
where
in the winter.
Good source of tropical fruit.
Yeah. You can get big dragon fruits, star fruits, different mangoes, all different oranges, papaya, coconuts,
Rambutan,
longan,
lychee.
Oh, I love longan. I will sit down and eat an entire
of fruit
bag.
That we don't even know what they are
Yum.
yet. But we do try to support local because that's the most important, is to be, as sustainable locally as possible.
Yeah.
So that's important to us also.
Yeah, in the summer I'll just buy from the farmer's market.
Adventure out in nature, physical activity, fresh fruit and vegetables, supporting local farmers. That's what we love.
Spring water.
So when we travel and we go on our adventures, in our adventures, we have spring water, we have nature, we have physical fitness, we have local markets. We always ask, where is the local farmers market? And
we have each other, which is our love. And then we share our love with the nature, with others. And it's awesome. It's awesome going through our adventures, and we always meet people. And they ask what we're doing, what we're into, and I'm finding more and more people that are actually interested in learning about health. Like last night I went and sat in the jacuzzi for a little bit to unwind after the long travel day, and I met a couple and I told them a little bit about like how I'm eating and stuff and why we were here, and gave them some little tips and tricks, and they were really interested. They really enjoyed it, and I love being able to share that. And I think that's one of the biggest things that keeps me going, is being able to share my experiences, share my joy, share my passion, and help people better themselves, like make them feel better.
That is true. We try to share with friends and family who are interested. We can't, force this upon anybody. We don't want to. But we do feel really terrible for our friends and family who have so many, like knee pain, ankle pain, stiffness in their elbows, arthritis, and they're taking Percocets, they're taking anti-inflammatories, pharmaceuticals. And we know what can help them to take those pains away, so that when they wake up in the morning, or first of all, so they can have a good night's sleep without the pain, and so that they can wake up in the morning and not have the pain, and so they can go throughout their day without pain. Doesn't everybody want that?
Yeah.
Because it is possible. And it isn't difficult because we know how.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's definitely, like, I'm seeing a change in a lot of people. A lot of people are starting to open their eyes. I've gotten into the habit, because I love sharing and I'm passionate about it, I always share things on Facebook, new discoveries or dishes that I make, and people keep asking me, probably like at least once a week I get at least one of my friends, they'll message me being like, hey, like, where do you come up with all these recipes? I just throw them together, and then they'll ask me like, hey, like, I'm really interested in trying to find a more natural way to fight my asthma. Do you have any suggestions? Or I really want to try and include more healthy stuff into my diet. Like, do you have any suggestions that I can do? Or like, I posted stuff on green smoothies. They're like, hey, I want more information on that. And I love that. And that's something I'm really passionate about. And I really want to actually take some nutrition courses and get more background basics, more scientific basis, so I can actually start officially doing like life coaching and nutritional coaching and stuff like that. So.
And we want to meet all of you. So if we're not going to be able to meet you this weekend at the Raw Living Expo, maybe we'll see you at the Woodstock Fruit Festival.
Yes.
This August 2013. And we do want all of you to take note that, like I mentioned earlier, this isn't a religion or a dogma. We're never going to be fundamentalists. I have noticed that in the raw food community, there seems to be people who get really dogmatic about it. And personally, I just want us to all support one another, be full of love and kindness,
and just feel good,
and just treat each other with nothing but kindness and empathy and compassion.
And something I've noticed too is not every like diet is right for everyone. Like, I eat a mostly fruit base. Like, I probably eat about 50% fruit and then have some vegetables and a few other things thrown in there. But mainly I eat fruit, and I know some people that doesn't work. They need more fat, or a little bit more, like, some people work better on eating things like nuts and avocados, and that's great. That's great for you. For me, fruit is my thing. Fruit can keep me going, and I've got energy forever. I can just go forever. But I know some people, they can't sustain that. And so we do recognize that everyone needs something different, and just play around with it. See what makes you feel good, and what makes you feel good, run with it.
Yes, because not only is each person different, but throughout our life, we have changes. So I'm not the same person that I am now that I was 20 years ago. I think my nutritional and my emotional needs are different. So we're constantly changing and evolving. And what we strive for is to improve our health. You know, like, nobody wants to get unhealthy. We all want to be healthy. And everyone has different ideas of what healthy eating is. Everybody has different ideas of what that is. Some people in the raw food world think that a high-fat diet is you know, the way to go. Other people think that a very low, like the 80-10-10ers, very, very low fat next to no fat is the way to go. Some people believe that some raw dairy and wild meats and coffee and chocolate are all good. And, you know, whatever each person feels is right for them at that time, that is right for you at that time.
Listen to your body, and that is key. Always listen to your body. Someone can tell you something that's worked amazingly for them. Hell, it could have worked for 100 people, but it may not work exactly the same for you. So if you need more calories, eat more. If you need less, you don't need to eat as much. Just go with your body. Go with what it feels, and just have fun with it. Enjoy it. Enjoy the experience, and enjoy the ups and downs. Because even the downs, you can every negative is still a learning experience. You can always learn stuff and always find the good in everything. Everything. And yeah.
It's so nice to have the sun.
Yeah, the sun is just beating down. It's at the perfect angle right now. It's warming our faces. It feels so good.
Would you believe that we are actually hunkering down for a snowstorm? There's snowstorm warnings for this evening.
Yeah,
and tomorrow, and I guess the weather's not supposed to improve till next Monday, so that's a week from now.
Yeah.
So we're trying to take advantage of maybe what might be our last bit of really nice weather. However,
it's not going to stop us from
if it does
getting
snow,
out.
we're all geared up. We have everything that we need. We're still going to be out hiking every day, and we're going to take you with us to show you what our hiking adventures look like here in Sedona.
Yeah. Yeah, so we've been talking for quite a while now, so I'm sure some of you may be really enjoying it. Some of you may be like, holy crap, this is going on forever. So, do you have anything else to add?
Yes, I sure do. I feel like I just want to keep sharing.
I could talk about this for hours too.
Our lives have had such wonderful changes since we started this new diet and lifestyle. And I don't ever want to use the word diet. We need to find a word to replace that.
Well, when we talk about diet,
it's the fuel that we put into our body.
Yeah.
And choose that very carefully, what you put into your body. I never realized how it affected us so much until I started to eat this, really clean. I consider it to be very clean because the way that it grows on the tree and comes out of the ground, that's how I eat it.
Low chemicals, so we try to always stick with organic, so there's no pesticides or fertilizers and stuff like that.